Happy Tuesday. Happy February. Today's the first day of February. I am reading in a book. It's Stephen King, The Long Walk. I'm only on page 4, and I have already read something that was so weird to me that I had to stop and film this. What's weird, I don't know, maybe I'm making it weird, but right now the perspective is from a boy, I don't know how old he is yet, but he's 16. Okay, so in the next page it says he's 16. Okay, so a teenage boy is in a car with his mom. I don't know where they're going. It's the 4th page. I don't know anything. But the thing is, he then starts to describe his mother, and this is the first thing he says about his mom. His mom was also tall, but too thin. Her breasts were almost non-existent. Token nubs. I'm sorry, what? Why is a 16-year-old boy describing his mother by describing her breasts? Like, what? That is so weird. I'm sorry, but that is very weird. And describe them in such a weird way. That's weird, right? Like, that's not just me being weird. That's Stephen King being weird, right? Anyway, I had to document that because it was just so weird. So I'm gonna get back to reading. Look at this sad plant. My gardenias are so sad. Can you tell how sad it looks? I've just watered it. Now I'm hoping that either later today or tomorrow it will have perked up. So here's the before and here's the next day. So she's perked up quite a bit, thankfully. She just needed some water. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I am all done with my monitor. It's gone. Just a little bit of redness is left. I actually took it off early. I was supposed to leave it on until this morning, but I took it off last night. I was like, I'm done. I don't think one extra night is gonna matter. So yeah, I took it off. I'll send it in, but the recording of it is already with my cardiologist. As it's recording, it's being collected at my cardiologist, and then I just send back all of the equipment to the company and they do what they do with it. I assume they get it ready to send out to another person. This morning, I am going to the cardiologist though to get my sonogram done. And then I have a week until I get all of the results, if there's anything to see. I don't feel too bad this morning, other than I am just really lightheaded today. I don't know what's going on, why. I'm not even, the type of dizzy I have been. Today, I mean, I'm dizzy, but I'm not, at the level I have been for the last weeks. I feel okay in that regard, but, I'm really lightheaded. It's strange. I don't know what's going on. Oh, well. I'm getting my blood drawn, and I was just sitting in the waiting room, and there's a baby crying, non-stop. And I couldn't take it anymore. It's driving me, my anxiety so bad. So I'm out in the hallway. Look at this beautiful painting. I love the colors. And, obviously no judgment on the parents for their baby crying. I mean, it happens. It's no big deal. Just for me, my anxiety is, I couldn't handle it. I'm very intrigued by this. Does a mail slot just go down there to somewhere? This is so cool. Okay, a couple things. I'm home now. She was the best phlebotomist. I have tricky veins. I've been told that by many phlebotomists. Difficult veins. I get it from my dad. Even, at my, naturopathic, expensive naturopathic place. In recent years, not in the past when it was, really good, but this newer person had trouble with my veins. But this woman today, perfect. And I made sure to tell her, I was like, you are so good at this. You really did a great job. I was worried coming in because, people tend to have a struggle with my my veins. So that's done and over with. Now I just have to wait until next week when I see my cardiologist again. But I'm not really hoping for there to be anything wrong. I don't want there to be anything wrong with my heart, but the other thing, my skin is really struggling right now. I'm halfway through my cycle. Like I'm on day 14 of my cycle. And yet my skin is acting like I'm on my period. I didn't think it would happen so quickly. I did go off of one of my supplements because I just like don't have the money and I don't have a way to like drive all the way out there to get it because I can't drive myself, and I just feel so bad asking my mom because she had to like take me today to go get my blood drawn, and I feel bad asking. So I've been off one of my like hormonal supplements that I take, and I'm feeling like it really does something for my skin, because my skin is really struggling right now. Like the texture of my skin is so bad. My skin has not been this bad in a really long time. Hopefully, I mean, I need to go back on the supplement. And lastly, in the waiting room, there was that crying baby that was just like crying and crying, I don't know if the baby had to get blood work. Like that's what it sounded like. It sounded like the baby had to get blood work done or something. And it just seemed like the baby was in so much distress, and like I know that it's like nothing on the parents. It's babies just cry. It's part of that, you know. Oh God, but it just made me so grateful that I'm not a parent, that I don't have a baby to take care of. I love babies, but God, I can't even take care of myself. So, and just hearing the baby cry like made my anxiety so bad. I had to leave the waiting room. The other thing, everyone in there, right? We're in a medical building. We're all wearing masks, except this one woman who's not wearing a mask. Not even like around her neck or anything. Like I didn't see her with a mask at all. And out of everyone in the place, she's the one that's like sniffling and like wiping her nose with her hands or her like shirt and like sniffing and stuff like the entire time. And I'm like, you really have to be a certain kind of person to think you're above like spreading germs. I don't know. Like in a medical building of all places. I was surprised no one told her you need to wear a mask. Because I was at the cardiologist yesterday for my sonogram, and this old man got up to tell the receptionist, he's like, I just have to say this, like, I don't mind wearing this mask. You think it's important, but I keep seeing one of your nurses walking around with his mask under his nose, and I just don't think that's right, and I just had to say something. Anyway. Please let the pandemic be over sooner rather than later. So that book that I started reading from Stephen King, The Long Walk, so far it's just 3 out of 5 for me. The whole premise, okay, is that it takes place in an apocalyptic future type of thing. And there's this thing called The Long Walk, and they take 100 teenage boys, and it's all voluntary. Like, they're not forcing these boys to do it. It's all voluntary to go on this long walk. I think maybe it's once a year. The whole premise is that they just start walking, and they have to walk at least 4 miles per hour. And if they go under that, if they start walking slower than that, they get a warning. And after their third warning, they just get shot and killed. And the whole point is to be the last one walking. And supposedly, if you are the last one walking, you get anything you want. You get money, but you also get just anything you want. It's yours. Family's taken care of and whatever. And so the whole book is just following along with this one long walk told by one character. And so it's intriguing because I don't know, but at the same time I'm kind of bored. Okay, they're walking. So far they're through the first night, and they're into the next morning, and they've lost 26 walkers already. They can have as much water as they want. They have canteens, and they're being followed along by army guys, military guys, or police. I don't know. They call them different, something else in the book. That's it though. Like I don't know. It's an interesting concept. It's very like, what's the point? Like, why did these boys choose to do this? Because unless it comes out later that there's not really a choice, it's like they make you think there's a choice, but really there's not really a choice. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading it. It's holding my interest. I'm curious, but right now it's only like a 3 out of 5. Today is a bad pain day for some reason. I am just in a lot of like full body pain that's like amplified at my wrists or amplified at my joints. I don't know why. I didn't like do anything out of the ordinary yesterday, but today I'm just like, it hurts to just exist. It's okay. I'm doing a lot of reading with this book. I am like 100 pages. I should be done today. It's one of those books where I'm like, why am I still reading this? Because it's not like I'm enjoying it, but I'm also like, it's intriguing enough to keep me reading. It's a book about death. That's all it's about. It's just death. And like the main character who you're reading the perspective of, he like talks to throughout the book, he talks to different guys, like asking them why they're doing it. And one of them is like, there's only one reason any of us are doing it, and it's to die. It's just a long form of suicide. And it's just like, what? Oh, that's weird. Stephen King is so weird. So anyway, I'm gonna go make lunch. I'm like 30 pages out of being done with this, but I'm not gonna finish it tonight. I'm just gonna leave it for tomorrow. But I was like, okay, what am I gonna read next? Like, so I went through all of the books that I have and pulled out all of the ones that I haven't actually read, that I've just had. There are a couple other books that I do have in this bookshelf down here that are like memoirs that I have to be in a really specific mood to read a memoir. So this book, Elizabeth is Missing, I bought this tag from Half Price Books for $7. The tag says 2019. So I've had this since 2019, and literally the only reason I bought it is because it's my name. But my mom was just telling me about this book like yesterday. Like she had just finished reading this like on her Kindle or whatever, and I was like, wait a second, that sounds really familiar. And so I like looked up what it looks like on my phone, and I was like, yeah, I think I like looked at that book once and almost bought it. I didn't think that I had actually bought it, and so just now when I was looking through my books, I was like, oh, I did actually buy it. So I don't know, maybe I will. My mom's like, it's kind of sad though. It's a woman that's like losing her memory. And then one of my Goodwill books from the last couple of years, let's see, 2020, January 2020, that I just bought. I back when I was like buying books pretty regularly from Goodwill, I would only look at the I would only look at the color of the like half off. Oh my gosh, am I making sense? Like it was like a blue tag day, which means it would be half off. So like an already cheap book would be $1.15 instead of $2.30. That's all I was trying to say. I have no idea what this is about. I don't remember. I must have thought it sounded good at one point in time. So I thought The Wicked Deep, which I read another one of her books called, I don't remember what it's called now. But anyway, I read another book of hers and I really liked it. I actually did a full review of the other book a couple years ago on this channel. So that's an option. And then this book, I keep seeing Where the Crawdads Sing recommended. Like lately, I've seen it recommended so many different places and at different times. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I bought that at some point, again at Goodwill. This doesn't have a date on it like the other ones do. Oh yeah, it does. 2020. November 3rd, 2020. But yeah, and most recently there was like, I was looking at my explore page on Instagram. It was like someone made a reel and it was like 5 books that have a big like plot twist or something in it, and this was one of the books, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I have this book. So I went to go find it. That's kind of what started this collection of pulling out books that I haven't actually read. So maybe that will be the next one. I don't know. And then this, The Red Tent, forever, yeah, 2017. Oh, 2018. I got this in 2018. So this is one of the older books. Or one of the books that I've had the longest that I haven't read. So yeah, but this makes me feel good because I was like worried. I was like, I feel like I'm running out of books and I am ready. I don't have a whole lot of money right now to like buy things that I don't absolutely need. And so I was like, what am I gonna do? But I've got plenty of books. Oh my gosh. I have plenty of books. So tomorrow I will get started on a new book. I was thinking about this and I was like, maybe I should try and read this again. A Marvelous Light, the book that I didn't finish last month that I tried like between every single book to read. And then I had this thought, I was like, what if this is just my year-long book? Like, and between every single book I read, I just read a chapter. I mean, it's not going to take me every... Oh, I didn't even leave a bookmark in it? Oh well. I mean, it wouldn't take me all year if I read a chapter between every book. But at least that way it would get read. It's like a palate cleanser between books. That's actually a pretty good idea if you think about it. Who says you have to read a book all in one go, right? That's my plan. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna go to bed. Cheese.
Bing, 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 bing.
Okay, before I forget again, look at this pink hyacinth my mom got me at the store. Okay, it's not pink yet, but it will be pink. And it's just so cute. It was only $5. And let's see, this is what it's gonna look like. And it's already starting to open up. Like, I've had this for a couple days and it was closed. But I'm so excited about it. But isn't this so cool? I can't wait until it like fully opens. I'm kind of intimidated by it. I've never grown one of these before. So something I've been doing is before I go to bed, I lay out things that I need first thing in the morning. That way it's just right here, easy, ready to go. Like, I know people do that with like clothes and stuff, but for me, what it looks like is setting out a glass and my glutathione that I take. Elderberry syrup, I've been taking this, just a spoonful of it every morning, pretty consistently. Just, I don't know, I think if anything, if it's doing, I mean, I hope it's actually like helping the way that it's supposed to for immune support, but at the very least, it helps my anxiety about immune support. So placebo, that's what I'm trying to say. Or maybe not, I don't know. A full bottle of water that I then put a liquid IV into. I drink one of these every morning. So yeah, I have this just set out, ready for me to go first thing in the morning. It's the first thing I do. And it just helps me get ready for the day. Every once in a while on Instagram stories, I get the desire to like post one of my oracle decks and have people and say like, hey, if you want me to pull one for you, let me know. And then I pull one and post it in my Insta stories. So I'm doing that right now. But then I thought I would do one for those of us watching. So for those of us watching, these are my Animal Kin Oracle deck by Sarah Wilder. Alright, so which animal has a message for those watching today? Okay. The parrotfish, authenticity. I just love these cards. I think they are so freaking beautiful. The colors, man. Like, just look at all of the different... Look at this one. I pulled this one. Oh, no, I didn't. But look at this. Cow. Anyway, these ones are so beautiful. And it's number 22. That's a good synchronicity. The main message is to wear your true colors and own your unique abilities. Okay, so in the book, I'm not going to read all of it, but it gives you information about each... This is crazy. Okay, so the parrotfish. Nearly all parrotfish begin their lives as female before becoming male towards the end of their time, showing us the importance of balance and honoring the duality of our nature. That is wild that these little fish start out female and become male in their life. That is so crazy. The parrotfish demonstrates the power of courage and energetic protection, showing us that we can still be present and show up in situations that scare us or seem risky, providing that we're prepared, true to ourselves, and able to protect our own energy. As we navigate through the energy waters of life, we can see that in order to lead a life in full color, we often have to hide them from those who wish to bring us harm or steal our light. Oh, there's a tiny little spider that just showed up. There's another little animal. He was so tiny. I hope he didn't come from my plants. That was, wow. It was just like an itty bitty little guy. So yeah, that's our message. The backs of the cards are so pretty too. Anyway, I am exhausted. It's one of my headache days. I was like wide awake at 5 o'clock this morning and just my headache continued. And so I got up and like drank water, ate breakfast. I tried to just go about my morning. And then at like 7:30, I'm just like, I have to go lay down. I can't. Like my head is just gonna get worse if I try and like push through. So then I fell asleep for like half an hour and I woke up. I was like freezing and I'm in a long sleeve pajama shirt. I'm in my robe. I have a blanket. I don't have like a fever or anything. I'm not like sick. It's just like this. And my heart rate was really high and I'm like, is this like a weird like blood pressure thing? I don't know. I'm fine. It's no big deal. I can see what is... I was like, is that from my watch or something? Was I like laying on my face? Anyway, I do feel like the headache isn't so blinding. Now it's just like this dull ache right in here. It's opened up more and it smells so freaking good. Thanks for being here with me this week. Be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.